All right, guys, this is chemistry 1.6 office hours. So if you have any questions, just post them in the chat. And your quiz is tomorrow, Wednesday, on Schoology. So if you log on, I will be here waiting for a while, and I might make myself some lunch or something, and I'll answer any questions you have if you come on and post in the chat, okay? Hi, Maya. What's your question? I'll try to answer it. You can hear me, right? Okay, perfect. So go ahead and post your question whenever you're ready, and I'll try to answer it. So how do you know if the exponent negative or positive? Oh, okay. So how do you know if the exponent's negative or positive? So if you look at your notes, let's see, on the PowerPoint, I'm looking at the PowerPoint right now. It says, so on slide number 3, it says a number that began larger, greater than 1, has a positive exponent, and a number that began smaller than 1 has a negative exponent. So if I have, so if I have a number that was greater than 1, like 1,520, that is going to have something 1.52 times 10 to the, it's going to have an exponent greater than 1. It's going to have an exponent, let's see, make some room here actually. Let's do 1,520. This number, 1,520, is greater than 1. So your answer, and I'm not going to show the math because your question is referring to the exponent. So it's going to be 1.52 times 10 to the, and we moved it over, the decimal was here, we moved it 1, 2, 3. It's going to be to the positive third because the number was bigger than 1 to start with. Now, if we have a number like 0.0083, this number itself, 0.0083, is smaller than 1. So it's a decimal. It's a decimal smaller than 1. So we know that whatever our answer is going to be, our answer is going to be 8.3 times 10 to the something. We know that that something that we moved to the decimal is negative. So when the answer was originally a number smaller than 1, our answer is going to be negative over here. So it's going to be, we're going to move it 1, 2, 3. We want it right there at 8.3. So we want it negative 3 is our answer there. Whereas the top one was positive 3 because our answer was bigger than 1. Cool. Okay, if you have another question, you can just post it, or I can do more examples for you. I have the worksheet pulled up. Sorry, I was on mute. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, so here it is. If we have a long number and you want 3 significant figures. So that's the thing is in science, a lot of times you might end up with a really long decimal because you multiplied 2 things that go running forever and ever and don't have a final value that is ending. So maybe this decimal goes on forever and ever, but because of all the science and all the materials you used, you can only write down in your final scientific answer to 3 significant figures. So how do we do that? So we are going to write this in. We are going to find. We need to move first. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to forget about significant figures for a second. We're going to think about where we need to move the decimal. And we need the decimal to be moved right here because we only want one number in front of the decimal. Okay, so we need to move the decimal from here, 1, 2, 3 spaces over in front of the 9. So we want our answer to be 4 point blah, 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 blah times 10 to the, and then we need to figure out the number originally 4,962 was greater than 1, was a bigger number than 1. So our answer here, our exponent, is going to be positive. So we need to decide how many times we moved the decimal. We know it's going to be positive. We moved the decimal 1, 2, 3 times, so we know our answer is to the positive 3. And then this is where the significant figures comes in. So now we technically could write 4.96203,009 times 10 to the third, but we don't want that. We want 3 significant figures. So so this is 1 because it's our first non-zero, and then we want 2 more. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we want 2 more numbers, and that'll give us 3. So we're going to do our 9. And then we either do a 6 or we round up, but we're looking at this 2, so we don't round up, we round back down. So it's 4.96 times 10 to the third, and it was liters, I think, so our answer is in liters. So you basically get rid of all these other numbers because based on what equipment you were using in the lab or what numbers you were multiplying or whatever you were doing, you can only write down in your scientific answer 3 sig figs. So that's why we have to cut off all these other ones because we aren't scientifically sure that those are even accurate. We're only sure to this degree, to the 3 sig figs degree that we're accurate. So that's why we write it like this, and that's why we cut it off at the 6. So that was number 3. I'll leave that up until the next question gets asked. It can be Amaya, you can keep asking me questions or whatever you want to do. All right, Amaya, if the exponent is positive, our number will be greater, and if it's negative, our number will be smaller. Yeah, so if you're converting backwards, so I only did it one way, but if you're converting backwards, like if you had point like 2.51 times 10 to the negative 4, okay, you know that your answer, because of this negative, your answer is going to be a small value, a decimal that should be smaller than 1. If it's not smaller than 1, you either moved your decimal to the wrong way or you didn't move it enough times. So for this one, 2.51, I need to move 4, and I need to move 4 to make my number smaller because it's a negative. So if I move this way, I know my number is going to be bigger. It's going to get into the thousands, hundreds, and thousands. So I need to move this way, 1, 2, 3, 4 that way, and I'll have 3 zeros and a decimal. 0.0002, that is smaller than 1. I know I did it the right way. So yes, if it's a negative there, you know you need to move, well, you definitely need to move left to make your value smaller than 1. And then if it was a positive, like if this had no negative sign there, this was a positive, you know that you need to move your decimal this to the right 4, okay, and then stop right there. So your answer is 25100 with a comma here because that's 25,100. And you know that that number is bigger than 0, bigger than 1, sorry. Okay. Yep. Aw, thanks, Amaya. Glad I could help. You should get outside for a little bit today. It's so nice. It's like 70 degrees. So I went on a run. My face is still red from it. All right, good. Well, have fun with that. Social distance. All right, guys. I'm going to log off because nobody has logged in for 20 or 25 minutes now. So please feel free to email me any questions you have. I am also very available via Google Hangouts and video calls. So if you just message me on Google Messages or Google Hangouts or whatever, there's a message box. If you just message me, I'm usually available within 30 minutes to get on a video call with you and help you out. So, but you could even just message me through that. It doesn't have to be a video call and it doesn't have to be an email. Okay, so I'm also available via Google Hangouts, chat, or video. Okay, so please reach out. Your quiz is tomorrow. Okay, not Friday. It's tomorrow, Wednesday, because it's a short week. And then you CWSP, you work on Thursday, and then we don't have school Friday, and we don't have school Monday. Okay, so if you're behind, use that long weekend to catch up. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.